A full moon casts an eerie glow on an abandoned carnival. The once vibrant and joyful place is now a playground for the supernatural. Amid the creaking Ferris wheel and the ghostly echoes of laughter, a lone figure steps into the haunting stillness. Meet Jessica, our intrepid journalist with a healthy dose of skepticism. She's here to investigate the paranormal activity that has turned this old carnival into a hotspot for ghost hunters and thrill seekers. As she steps onto the grounds, the air grows colder, the silence deeper. This place, she whispers to herself, gives her the creeps. Drawn to the heart of the carnival, she approaches the carousel. It's a relic from another era. Its paint chipped and faded, its horses frozen mid-gallop. As Jessica nears, an unseen force breathes life into the dormant ride. It starts to spin, its music, once merry, now warped and haunting, filling the air. Jessica gasps, "Impossible!" Yet the impossible is unfolding before her eyes. Suddenly the carousel grinds to a halt and a ghostly figure materializes. It's the spirit of a carnival worker trapped in a perpetual loop by a curse that binds him to this desolate place. His warning to Jessica is clear: beware, intruder. But Jessica, with her journalist's curiosity piqued, is not so easily deterred. This haunted carnival, with its spectral inhabitants and eerie carousel, presents a mystery that Jessica is determined to unravel. She's here to uncover the truth behind the rumors, the ghost stories, the chilling whispers on the wind. Her journey into the heart of the haunted carnival has only just begun. Jessica, determined to uncover the truth, ventures deeper into the haunted carnival. As the carousel fades into the background, the funhouse looms ahead. What secrets will she uncover within its distorted mirrors and shadowy corners? Stay tuned, for the tale of the haunted carnival is far from over. Mirrors distort reality as Jessica navigates the eerie funhouse. The once playful hall of reflections now twists and turns into a labyrinth of the bizarre, each mirror reflecting a distorted image of our brave journalist. The funhouse, now devoid of joy and laughter, is a chilling testament to the carnival's tragic past. A sudden chill rushes through the air and Jessica freezes in her tracks. It's the whispers. They're back. They seem to seep out from the very walls of the funhouse, a cacophony of hushed voices that fill the room. Each whisper is a plea, a warning, a desperate cry. "Leave or become one of us," they echo, their voices intertwining in a symphony of the supernatural. Unfazed, Jessica presses on, the whispers growing louder with each step she takes. The funhouse transforms from a hall of mirrors into a maze of secrets. The whispers guide her, leading her deeper into the heart of the funhouse. Suddenly she stumbles upon something. It's an old photograph, worn and faded. It depicts a group of people smiling widely, their eyes full of life. They're dressed in carnival attire, each one a part of the vibrant tapestry that once was this carnival. But there's something else, something that sends a chill down Jessica's spine. The date. The photograph was taken decades ago, on the very day that a catastrophic fire claimed the lives of the carnival's workers. Jessica gazes at the photograph, the whispers now silent, as if paying their respects to the lost souls. She realizes with a sinking feeling that these people, these smiling faces, are the same voices whispering warnings and pleas. Jessica stumbles upon an old photograph revealing the tragic history of the carnival workers who perished in a fire decades ago. This discovery, this connection to the past, solidifies her resolve. She's not just dealing with an old abandoned carnival, she's dealing with a tragic past and restless spirits. And she's determined to uncover the truth. Jessica discovers an ancient graveyard hidden behind the carnival. The sight of weathered gravestones, each bearing the name of a deceased carnival worker, sends a shiver down her spine. This is no ordinary graveyard, but a resting place for those bound by the curse, their souls trapped in a spectral carousel of torment. As she wanders through the graveyard, the whispers of the ghostly figures grow louder. The air is thick with their pleas. "Free us from the curse." Their voices echo in her ears, a chilling symphony of sorrow and anger. Jessica feels a lump forming in her throat, her heart pounding in her chest. She's a skeptic, a rationalist, but the tangible despair of these spirits is something she can't ignore. The gravity of the situation sinks in. These aren't just names etched in stone, these are souls. Human beings once filled with dreams and hopes, now trapped in an endless loop of suffering, and they're crying out to her for salvation. Her skepticism crumbles, replaced by determination. She has a mission now. She's not just a journalist anymore, she's a beacon of hope for these lost souls, their only chance at finding peace. She has to break the curse, she has to free them, but how? She racks her brains trying to find a solution. The spirits are bound by the curse, their essence tied to the carnival. Maybe, just maybe, she can find a way to appease them, to quell their anger, to soothe their sorrow. She decides to dig deeper, to learn more about the carnival workers, their lives, their stories. Maybe there's a clue hidden somewhere, a key to breaking the curse. She can't shake off the feeling that the answer is right there, waiting to be discovered. It's a daunting task, but Jessica is ready to face it head-on. Determined to break the curse, Jessica searches for a way to appease the vengeful spirits. The graveyard fades behind her as she ventures back into the carnival, her resolve unwavering. She will free these spirits or die trying. Inside the tent, Jessica finds an old Ouija board. The air is thick with anticipation as she tentatively approaches the worn wooden board. The tent, once filled with the echoes of fortunes told, now stands silent, awaiting the next chapter of its story. With a deep breath, she places her fingertips on the planchette. It's cold to the touch, a stark contrast to the suffocating warmth of the tent. She feels a tingle in her fingers, a subtle sign that she's not alone in her endeavor. "Is there anyone here?" she asks, her voice barely above a whisper. The planchette doesn't move. She repeats the question, louder this time. The planchette jolts to life, sliding across the board to the word yes. A chill runs down her spine, but she presses on. "How can I free you?" she asks, her heart pounding in her chest. The planchette begins to move, but it doesn't spell out a simple yes or no response. Instead, it forms a cryptic message that makes her brow furrow in confusion. "Reunite the lost," it spells out. She repeats the words out loud, her voice quavering. The phrase feels like a riddle, a puzzle she must solve to unlock the secrets of the haunted carnival. But what could it mean? Suddenly, a realization dawns on her. The lost, the deceased carnival workers, their belongings. It all begins to make sense. The spirits aren't just trapped in this carnival. They're trapped without their possessions, their physical connections to their past lives. Jessica realizes she must gather the scattered belongings of the deceased workers to break the curse. With newfound resolve, she rises from the Ouija board, leaving the fortune teller's tent behind. The task ahead is daunting, but she knows what she must do. She must reunite the lost, not just in spirit, but in memory. It's the only way to break the curse and free the spirits from their eternal carnival. As Jessica collects the lost items, the carnival intensifies its supernatural activity. The air around her pulses with an energy that's both unnerving and electric. Ghostly figures, translucent and wavering, begin to rise from the shadows of the abandoned carnival. They swarm around her, their ethereal forms flickering like candle flames in the wind. Despite the spectral chaos unfolding, Jessica presses on. She feels the weight of each item in her hand. A faded photograph, a rusted pocket watch, a worn-out clown's shoe. Each piece whispers tales of laughter, joy, and eventually tragedy. But there's a palpable undercurrent of hope, a silent plea for release from an eternity of unrest. The ghostly figures watch her, their hollow eyes filled with a mix of desperation and anticipation. Their whispers grow louder, creating a chilling chorus that echoes through the night. "Free us!" they implore, their voices barely more than a breath of wind. Jessica, her heart pounding in her chest, takes a deep breath. She's not just a journalist anymore. She's become the key to their salvation, the one who can break the chains of their curse. The realization is as daunting as it is empowering. With newfound resolve, she lifts the items high above her head, her voice cutting through the spectral symphony. "I've gathered your lost belongings," she announces, her voice steady and clear. "I have heard your cries and I understand your pain." A gust of wind sweeps across the ground, stirring up leaves and dust. It whips through her hair as she stands defiantly, her eyes locked on the ghostly figures. "I reunite you in spirit and set you free," she declares, her voice echoing through the carnival. A sudden silence descends, the whispers cease, and for a moment everything is still. Then a blinding light envelops the carnival as if the very fabric of reality is tearing apart. The light fades, leaving Jessica alone, the eerie echoes of the haunted carnival replaced by a peaceful silence. The spirits have found their salvation and the curse has been broken. "I reunite you in spirit and set you free." A blinding light envelops the carnival and the spirits find peace. With the collected belongings of the deceased workers in hand, Jessica stands at the heart of the haunted carnival. The ghostly figures hover around her, their translucent forms swirling in the moonlit air. They're no longer menacing apparitions but souls lost in time, yearning for release from the curse that binds them to this desolate place. The carousel creaks and groans, its music warped and haunting. The echoes of laughter and cries from long ago fill the air, a chilling reminder of the carnival's tragic past. But amidst the eerie sounds, there's a sense of anticipation, of hope. The spirits are ready for their salvation. Jessica raises the belongings high above her head. "I reunite you in spirit and set you free," she cries out. Her voice echoes through the abandoned grounds, a beacon of resolve in the dark. The moment the words leave her lips, a wave of energy ripples through the carnival. The carousel spins faster. The music crescendos into a symphony of ethereal notes, and the spirits, they start to glow. One by one they illuminate, each spirit radiating an otherworldly light that brightens the dark corners of the carnival, and then like a supernova, a blinding light envelops the carnival. It's so intense, so brilliant that it seems to erase the darkness entirely. The spectral light dances across the carnival, touching everything and leaving tranquility in its wake. The spirits, once trapped in a perpetual loop of despair, now find peace. Their ethereal forms dissolve into the light, their whispers of gratitude fading into the night. As the light recedes, the carnival is transformed. The eerie glow, the haunting music, the spectral figures, all are gone. Instead, there's silence, the tranquility that speaks volumes. The haunted carnival, once a place of fear and sorrow, has found its resolution. It's no longer a prison for the spirits, but a monument to their memory. The haunted carnival dissolves into the darkness, leaving Jessica alone. Alone, but not afraid. She's broken the curse, freed the spirits, and in doing so, reclaimed a part of history lost in time. And as she leaves the grounds, the moon casts its glow on the quiet carousel, a silent tribute to the spirit's salvation. What a night, a haunted carnival, vengeful spirits, and a curse broken. As we draw the curtain on this chilling tale, let's take a moment to marvel at the journey of our brave protagonist, Jessica. Picture a skeptical journalist stepping into the eerie silence of an abandoned carnival under the ghostly glow of a full moon. The creaking Ferris wheel, the haunting echoes of spectral laughter, and the sudden mysterious spin of a carousel that should be lifeless and still. But Jessica, our dauntless explorer, didn't flinch. Instead, she pushed forward into the paranormal unknown, driven by an unwavering determination to uncover the truth. Venturing into the funhouse, she faced distorted reflections and whispers that sought to unsettle her, to drive her away. But she didn't waver. Instead, she discovered an old photograph that revealed a tragic narrative of a fire and the carnival workers who perished. The plot thickened, and so did our admiration for Jessica's courage. Our journey took us to an ancient graveyard hidden behind the carnival, each gravestone bearing testament to a life lost in the tragic fire. But it wasn't just a place of rest for these souls, it was a prison. The spirits whispered their plea, "Free us from the curse." Jessica, our determined heroine, set her mind to the task. In the fortune teller's tent, she found an old Ouija board, a tool to communicate with the spirits. It was here that she learned of their desire: reunite the lost. The spirits sought not revenge, but release, and Jessica, guided by her unwavering determination, set out to grant them their wish. As she collected the lost items, the carnival's supernatural activity amplified. Ghostly figures swarmed around her, desperate for salvation. But Jessica stood her ground, summoning a bravery that even the most fearless among us would envy. "I reunite you in spirit and set you free." Her words echoed through the night, and a blinding light enveloped the carnival. The spirits found peace, the haunted carnival dissolved into the darkness, and our heroine emerged victorious. What a journey it has been, from the creaking Ferris wheel to the spectral whispers in the funhouse, from the tragic graveyard to the climactic release of the spirits. Jessica has shown us that even the most chilling mysteries can be unraveled with a dash of courage and a determination to uncover the truth. Remember, even the most skeptical among us can uncover the truth when we dare to venture into the unknown.